Shoots and Ladders, all in review. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
Okay, apparently this PLE was a banger. Full transparency, we only saw what happened via the internet, social media, so we didn't watch it. But apparently, it got an A plus plus plus. We're gonna kind of get into it. We're gonna hit the ground running. So apparently, the first match was Stratlander and Hathaway against Ishii and Nightingale, which Ishii and Nightingale won by pinfall. From what it seems like, it was a good match. I think we both had that right.
Yeah, I think there was no question there. And apparently it was a quicker match. I don't know. And I didn't see very much from social media about it. But either way, Willow won. So all is
Absolutely. All right, cool. Dustin Rhodes, Shibata, and Guevara and the Von Erichs win by pinfall over from Rhodes on Matt Taven. So we didn't know this match was going on. So apparently it was on the card. Apparently it was just an entertaining match. We didn't have any type of prediction. So do we talk about this or we just go on the next one?
I mean, we can talk about it very quickly. I mean, I watched it during the 0 hour preview on YouTube, and it was pretty solid. I'm a fan of the Von Erichs, so it was great to see them. And I mean, it was a pretty solid match.
Cool.
That's really all we can say.
Listen, hats off to Dustin. Yeah, absolutely. Hats off to Dustin Rhodes for still bringing it. That's awesome. Yep. All right, awesome. All right, Blackpool Combat Club and Pac win. Again, your guys, the Bang Bang Gang didn't win this match, but apparently it was another solid match overall. Looks like they wanted Blackpool Combat Club and Pac to get those titles. But what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. Once I saw that they were added to the card, I was like, oh no, Wheeler and Claudio and Pac. I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna tear that place up. But luckily during the pre-show, Jeff Jarrett was a big fan of the Bang Bang Gang as well. So that was really exciting to know that they had some additional support there. But I was a bad girl and tried to watch a free live stream on YouTube before it got cut off. So I got the very tail end of this match. And this is one I really wanted to watch, but I heard it was pretty damn good.
Well, you know what? I'm going to applaud you for doing that. You know why? Because they should have let us watch it without having to pay for it. Yeah. So, yes. All right, cool. Next one. Apparently, this was one of the show stealers. We thought that from the get-go. We actually both got this one right. So Mariah May is now your new champion over Toni Storm. So apparently there was Storm 0 on the steel steps, got a crazy reaction. Apparently there's just a lot of big spots in this match, but yeah, what do you got to say?
I'm really excited. We called this It's About Time. And granted, Toni was really awesome, but it's time for Mariah to be the champion that she's ready to be. And at the very end, I got the very tail end of that live stream before that was kicked off. And, Toni was feeling sorry for her and was going to not hit her with her heel. And then here comes Mariah and a couple of times and, a DDT there. And it was great. It was perfect. Nice and bloody too.
And which is impressive for both females. I know generally speaking, female matches don't have that type of color, and they both brought it, and it was an entertaining match. These are two of the top female superstars. But yeah, no, I think we're both on page. I think it's Mariah's time. So congratulations to her. Let her run. All right, awesome. All right, so the next match, and listen, we were happy about this. We actually predicted this, and I'm glad Chris Jericho did the right thing. So Hook actually wins the title of Chris Jericho. Apparently just an overall solid match. Apparently, but I kind of just think this is just like passing the torch. So yeah, we both are. I think we're very pleased with the result.
Yeah, I'm happy. Hook deserves this. And it was fun to see Taz at the very end involved, help his baby boy. But yeah, I mean, this was predictable, but still pretty good from what I could see from the small amount of clips. So I'm glad he won.
Good stuff. All right, cool. We're gonna roll right into the next one. We both kind of predicted it, and it happens. The Young Bucks retain their titles. Pinfall with an EVP trigger on Dax Harwood. Yeah, apparently it was a decent match. Probably not one of the show stealers, if you want to call it that, but it was kind of just a match to have there. But yeah, I mean, kind of just what we both thought, that the Young Bucks were retaining, and it happened.
Yeah, and I saw that there were I can't remember who it was, granted because we weren't watching it live. There were two surprise entrances that were facing off with the Young Bucks after. So I'm not really sure. I can't remember who it was, but that's potentially going to lead to another storyline afterwards with another group of people against them. So that's fine. They can try to take them down as well.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, going right in the next one. This is the gauntlet match. We didn't really know all the participants. my dart of my prediction winner. At least he started off the match. Orange Cassidy starts off with Okada, but talk about, I mean, I think what stole the show, Ricochet comes in at 10th.
Yes.
This is a really fun concept. Conceptually, this is a great match. Obviously got a lot of spots, a lot of pops. I don't understand why they had Christian winning. I mean, we talked about this before about how, some of these older guys should kind of just pass the torch to the younger guys. It didn't really make sense to me at all. If you're going to have Ricochet come in, get that type of explosion, why not give him that opportunity unless they don't think he's ready? But if he's not ready, why would you sign him? So, but yeah, overall great match. But yeah, I didn't like the ending.
Yeah. It's I didn't even know who was going to be on there until I saw, what was it? Was it Collision or Rampage, or it could have been Dynamite, where they introduced Adam Page that was going to be on there. I was like, well, okay, I know one person, because I was so wrong thinking Wardlow was going to be there, and I was like, no, I don't think he's there.
Yeah.
So, but the same thing with Christian. When I found out who won, I was kind of confused as well, where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But we were hearing rumors of Ricochet signing, and it's a big PLE. Why not bring out, a new guy and give him that entrance? And so, I mean, he did pretty good from what I could see.
Absolutely, for sure. And I just think the only thing that they should have done when they messed up is he should have won. It would have been such a fun angle, for him to in that world title match. And I think, I mean, if you're going to sign him, you're signing him with intention that he's going to be a main eventer, because that's why he left WWE. Yeah. So do it,
Agreed.
Absolutely. Okay, the next one, are both pleasantly wrong. So MJF drops the title to Ospreay. I gotta be honest, I was very surprised about this. Now, granted, I understand it is in London and everything like that, but maybe that's why Creative made that decision. But yeah, no, this is obviously a new era. I'm curious to see, as far as like future storylines. I mean, is he just gonna hold Ospreay just gonna hold this title for a little bit, or is he gonna still be in the main event picture? I'm not sure, but regardless, apparently it's a great match.
Yeah, and I love how obnoxious MJF is, because I knew he was going to come out grander than ever, and he came in, with the red, white, and blue, and he's just a crazy character. But either way, I would have been happy with either one winning, but I'm glad Will won. I'm also curious about how this angle is going to go for MJF, and is he going to go back to not as patriotic as he was, so yeah. I'm curious to see where this takes him as well.
For sure. All right, next match. Yeah, I think it's something that neither of us wanted, but it happened. But we kind of, in the back of our minds, I think we kind of like, yeah, I can see this happening too. So Mercedes retains the TBS championship. Apparently actually was a pretty solid match overall. But yeah, what do you gotta say? I mean, I know we definitely wanted Britt, but
this is really one I didn't see coming. Just because there was a lot of heat with Mercedes carrying the title and how good of a job she was doing. And with Britt Baker coming back from her health issues, it was just assumed that she would get this, especially at this kind of main event. So it was this one was a big shock to me when I read the report. And then even there was a couple of articles saying that this was kind of an awkward match. And it could have been because of the ending, which kind of threw us all off. But I mean, that doesn't mean that Britt Baker isn't going to go back and try to get the title again. So
yeah,
this isn't a no for.
Correct. And that's kind of where my headspace is at, is, they had her win so they can have a rematch and, and have Britt win and kind of set up a couple more matches like this. But yeah, I mean, I think we both wanted Britt to win. I think eventually she's going to win anyway. So yeah. All right, cool. Next one, Darby Allin versus Jack Perry. Again, you kind of looked away. Yeah, we weren't the biggest fans of either of the guys. They had Jack Perry retain, but Sting makes an appearance, so that definitely got the crowd riled up. So yeah, what do you guys say?
I didn't see much of this. Like the biggest thing that I saw was, of course, Sting coming back. So that's always a nice surprise, is to see Mr. Borden come back. And we knew Jack was going to win, but I hate it. But I get it. Not much to say here. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Last match of this entire event. You rolled away. That's why I delayed. All right, so Bryan Danielson wins a title. So I was right, and then you flipped me to being wrong of my prediction. So thank you for that. No, there were so there were obviously different reports leaked out that Tony wanted Bryan Danielson to basically have the title in the history books. There's also an event in October. At this point, it almost sounds inevitable. Bryan's going to lose that back to Swerve, or more than likely Swerve, but it could be someone else, but probably Swerve because it is in Washington. They're both from there. But well, as soon as they said, hey, look, this is title versus career, that was kind of a giveaway. But then, again, what we both kind of read about, hey, him being a free agent, this could definitely work. But yeah, no, I mean, apparently it was a very fun match. Obviously he's a fan favorite, so even in London. So yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. Don't be too negative.
I mean, it sucks because I have always pushed for Swerve, and I thought he's been doing such a great job, and he is. And what's also great is he has renewed his contract with AEW, so he's not going anywhere. So we get to keep Swerve even more, and he can hold many more titles in the future. So that gives me some peace of mind. And I'm glad that Bryan won, and we got to see Brie with his kids. And so now this definitely, with him basically being a free agent at this point, that opens up the conversation for Wrestle Dream in October. I believe it's October 10th in Washington. Like you said, that's his home state. So if he is going to potentially slow down and take a step back from wrestling, this would be the place to do it, where he would leave as a title holder, he can drop it, and that would be his swan song, is in Washington. So I think that would be ideal and very picture perfect, knowing with his history of injuries where he didn't have that choice, he had to leave. So this will at least be on his, his decision. So
no, I totally agree. I was a little surprised that the way he won was submission.
Submission.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, especially like you're building up Swerve that much, you generally don't have guys submit like that. But that's what they decided to do. That as far as, I mean, this angle isn't over. Bryan's gonna say, "Hey, I made you tap," which is definitely one of the more embarrassing ways to lose. But yeah. Oh, for sure. Listen, overall, I mean, it sounded like this was an A+ event. We're still not paying for it, but this is why you need to put this on the Max app.
Yeah. No. And can we also add that now the Blackpool Combat Club now holds a title, like all of them do. So they just need to bring back Moxley, and we'll be back. Everything's great. But yeah, I heard from everything that I've seen, all the sources, this was, pretty top tier matches. And I can say from what I'm seeing, it was great. I'm going to give it an A.
There you go. Absolutely. All right. That wraps up this episode. Again, we zipped right by like we do because, again, we don't want to waste your time. We want to get right into it. Please chime in. What did you think of this event? What do you have changed? What angles, storylines do you see that's going to happen for the foreseeable future? You can please chime in and DM us at the Chutes and Ladders. Please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right. Until next time, have a great week.
Bye, friends.